So guys, today I got for you the full collection overview of the French niche brand Chabaud, in which I'll be sharing with you my thoughts on all of their perfumes. So keep on watching this video for more details, and please don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up, as well as feel free to subscribe to my channel, and once you're done with that, we can get started. So hello and welcome everyone to today's video, in which I'll be sharing with you my thoughts on the French niche brand Chabaud, which name I hope I pronounced semi-right. So just in case there are any French viewers among you, go ahead and feel free to correct my pronunciation down below in the commentary section, and more health information about this brand you will find down below in the description box, so make sure to check it out and let me know if you're familiar with any of their perfumes, which are very classy. The history of this brand goes way back into the south of France. It was founded in 2002 and inspired by the French childhood memories, beautiful landscapes of south of France, and of course Mediterranean garden. And I sincerely hope that this video is going to be helpful for those who are interested in this brand. And I want to get started with this Caprice trio, the first one in which is my favorite, called Caprice DFI. I have a sample of it and the scent is so bright, so juicy. The note of red apple is extremely realistic in here, very crisp, juicy, bright, supported by citruses, a little bit of a raspberry, and as it evolves there is beautiful sweet floralcy that is musky, that is very sophisticated, and I find it's such a playful, such a bright and positive scent that it's gonna be great for the everyday basis. And it reminds me of my all-time favorite Nina Ricci Red Apple. So just in case you have this one in your collection or you're looking for more modern alternative, that's it. Super versatile, already on my wish list, definitely my favorite from this trio, but the rest is very lovely too, just as Caprice de Julie. It's another fruity fragrance, but it's super fresh, even ozonic. I really like the beautiful berry tones that are coming from blueberry and blackberry in here, some watermelon for almost like watery element, and there is edelweiss as well as musk and sandalwood, so it's very clean, it's very elegant, and I find particular there is nothing quite like it out there. So just in case you love fresh and at the same time very feminine fragrances with some floralcy to it that wouldn't be too overwhelming, nor the fruitiness is gonna be too sexy as it was in the previous perfume, then I would really recommend you this one. And it smells amazing when it's colder. However, I find it's going to be a great summer fragrance as well, just because of the berry and watermelon nuances in there. And the last but not least is Caprice de Marie, and for me it's the most mainstream fragrance in the collection. It is another fruity floral one, but with a bit of patchouli chic in the dry down that actually reminds me of Mon Paris by Yves Saint Laurent. So just in case you love that perfume and you're looking for an elevated version of it, this smells really niche. I like these fruity floral patchoulis. It's something that you can wear on a night out, but it's something also that is not challenging and very understandable. On that note, let's move on into this beautiful sample, packed in a travel size format that you can actually get off their website. And I believe I have a discount code for you, so let me double check with the brand. As I've said, more information you will find down below, but this fragrance, in a sense Fragile, is one of my top favorites from this brand, just because it's very true to its name. It's about a very fragile floral bouquet in which we have pretty strong flowers like ylang, gardenia, orange blossom, jasmine. Typically they are very opulent. In here though, extremely creamy, maybe because of the coconut that doesn't give this typical tropical vibe. It just makes sure that all the floral elements are very smooth, and in the dry down there is clean white musk that is kind of signature for this brand. However, in here it's not very noticeable. It's a very supportive note that makes these flowers smell very clean, kind of like a laundry floral scent. So just in case you are into such beautiful, quite luxury perfumes, fragrances that are not too loud and at the same time very classy and beautiful, I would really recommend you this one. The sillage of it is so delicate, and at the same time I can smell it on me all day. But on that note, let's move on to the next fragrance that is another favorite of mine, because it's a floral perfume called Chik Aboim, and it's very blossomy. It smells true like realistic flowers. There is a lot of orange blossom in there, a lot of jasmine, a lot of neroli. I can smell those white flowers, and they are very crisp, like as if you went to the Mediterranean garden, because there is also a little bit of juicy mandarin, some plum. In the dry down, amber, patchouli, vanilla, so it's not the like boring floral fragrance, but it smells very rich, very expensive. So just in case you are into floral perfumes and you're looking for a signature one, I think that might be it. However, for a powder lover, I would definitely recommend vintage, because this stuff is so powerful, and since I adore powdery fragrances, I was delighted to discover this one for me personally, just because it reminds me of a couple of other favorite fragrances of mine, just as the Dior Poison, the Zara's vanilla fragrance that's similar to it. It is about heavy powder, cosmetic, boudoir style. You know, you enter the room and there is just like this scent of makeup in the air. I guess it is because of the almond that is giving off this powdery note, but it is very sweet in the dry down because there is caramel and honey, not gourmand. There are lots of flowers in here, ylang, jasmine, tuberose, even some carnation note, which you can actually find in fragrances from yesteryear, but in here it just adds something vintagey to the fragrance. It is still not too much, however it is pretty heavy. So I love to wear it on my outerwear when I'm going out, just because it projects intensely and it really needs some fresh air to perform. So just in case you love powdery perfumes, I think you will be obsessed with this one, because it's super cosmetic, powdery, boudoir style. And on that note, let's move on to some other samples. And this is a very strange and challenging one for me. Maybe I'm not mature enough to actually pull off Lumia de Venice. That is a tribute to Venice, beautiful place that I've been to just for a day and really want to go back. So this is a beautiful kind of old-fashioned chypre scent, and it's not the easiest one to wear in case you're not comfortable with bold patchouli perfumes. In here I love that we have some bitter grapefruit in the opening, and then super ripe, truly mid-soccer-like note of peach. So I love those elements, but the fragrance is so powerful. Like, I really need to be full glam in order to wear this perfume. But in case you're more mature, in case you're obsessed with chypres, you want the ultimate one, then make sure to check it out. There is oak moss in the dry down, some woodiness, also flowers, but for the complexity I don't smell much of them. Peach in here is really one of the main notes, and the fragrance is for a night out. It's not necessarily the most casual fragrance to wear, but it's something that is definitely worth attention, just because for this very classy and bold vibe that it is giving. However, the next fragrance I find is something a little bit more wearable, despite the fact it's about oud. It's a mysterious oud, and it's so like dry and woody. We have a lot of cedar and sandalwood in here, like pencil shavings, amber, resins, oud that is very clean, absolutely not Middle Eastern, total Western style. And as it dries down, it's a little bit more sensual because the opening is very cool. However, I really like the sillage, the projection. I like to wear it in the evening just because, as the name says, it's a mysterious woody fragrance. But I'm definitely more into their floral and powdery ones. They have a Gourmand collection that is divine, and we are gonna get in a second. But first, let's talk about patchouli. 1973, love that year and love patchouli. The fragrance though really requires you to enjoy spicy fragrances in order to appreciate how just bold and strong, truly explosive it opens, with the scent of such cinnamonish patchouli that you will be reminded of winter holidays for sure. However, I also really enjoy the lavender touch in there with geranium that balance off this powerful and almost, yeah, just a little bit 70s patchouli, so just in case you are into patchouli in the hippie style, then you will be obsessed with it. However, once again, despite the fact the opening is a little bit much for me personally, the dry down is so gorgeous. Like the dry down of this perfume, one of the best patchoulis I've ever smelled, but it is so warm and hot because of the spices. I find it's definitely for the winter time and would be too much, at least for me, in the summer. So with that being said, Il Mystique is the next one I have here, and this perfume is intense, it's bold, and although it's so aromatic and spicy, we have the star anise, the tarragon, basil, lavender in here, some other spicy notes, balms, leather, woods, dry fruits, vetiver. I like it, which is surprising to me personally, because it is smelling a little bit like licorice, dark, aromatic, and typically I'm not into that style of fragrances at all. However, something about this is so addictive and gorgeous. So just in case you really like notes of lavender, tarragon, basil, licorice, a little bit darker, herbaceous, then I think you might actually enjoy this one real much. However, I'm sure that everyone will enjoy the next collection, which is Gourmand, which is very sensual, definitely inspired by something from the childhood, and one of their bestsellers is Le Concentré. I have a full bottle of this delicious elixir that to me smells childish, that to me smells very delicate, soft, kind of like a newborn baby, if you will. I know that sounds strange, but you know, it's such a beautiful, innocent scent of milkiness, creaminess. It's lactonic. Just think about hot, sweet milk to which you added some caramel. I know there is coconut in the notes, but I don't smell much of it. It's more like condensed milk. If you love lactonic tones in perfumes, or you're just looking for a straight scent of milk, then that's it. You can layer it with other perfumes because it's not the most complex fragrance, but you know, for the time when you have some guests coming over, or you're going somewhere, or you know, you're just spending some quality time with your loved ones or alone on the couch, this perfume is definitely a must-have, especially for the time when you need like an extra coziness. But on that note, there are three other gorgeous perfumes. They are gourmand, they are delicious. This one, Lady Biscuit, is already on my wish list because I get compliments for it. I wear it from the sample, and I've been wearing these samples for the last couple of weeks, so I'm very much familiar with literally every single one of these perfumes. So I hope my impressions on them are going to be helpful for you, just in case you want to check out some of these. And it smells of biscuits. It smells so delicious, truly reminiscent of the childhood, of the very carefree time. It is delicate, it is sweet, it is very hard to resist, just like, you know, a nice biscuit. So it is a little bit salty, but not like in the, I don't know, abstract way, I would say. And I like that it's a simple fragrance, but it's the one that I would recommend to get for sure. Whether that or Le Concentré, they are pretty similar, but I get compliments for the biscuit one just a bit more. I don't know why, but everyone asks me about that fragrance, so I can easily recommend you that. Or of course Le de Vanille, because vanille is the #1 note, magical gourmand, that will definitely bring you a lot of attention because people love such comforting scents. And this actually smells of warm vanilla, and it is powdery, guys. There is something a little bit synthetic in there that I enjoy a lot, and can compare with perfumes like Vanilla Cake by Montal, in case you're familiar with that. Or I have this fragrance, Vanille Coco by Sud Pacific, and they are a little bit similar, although this is a little bit more coconutty. But you know that scent of the dolls' faces? Maybe it's a little bit strange, but I am getting just that bit of a synthetic note in there that I'm so drawn to because it is a little bit powdery, however not like cosmetic boudoir heavy powder style. It just has like the beautiful powdery magic to it, and I like it a lot. However, the last but not least fragrance that we are going to be discussing today is Le Chocolat, and oh my god, or chocolat, sorry, excuse my French, but you guys, in case you are thinking about testing some of these fragrances, please check out this one because it's a very tender chocolate fragrance. Sometimes Gourmand perfumes can be a little bit too challenging, overwhelming, not serious enough to wear. This scent of chocolate is so good. There is vanilla in here, there is milk in here, there is no biscuit in there in here, but the creamiest, like smoothest coconut I've never experienced before in a perfume like that. But it's so charming and once again realistic that it actually reminds me of some childhood treats I had way back in the day. So what's interesting about it is that there is teak and cedar wood just as jasmine. I'm not getting those notes, but I feel like this is a proper beautiful perfume, not just the scent of chocolate, like for example my all-time favorite chocolate brie that is a beast mode. This is way more sophisticated and gorgeous, so I would really recommend you that. But now you have my collection overview of Chaboud fragrances and you can decide which one you want to try. Definitely let me know if this video was helpful by giving it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, drop a comment below which of these perfumes you are excited to try or maybe you've already smelled. And there is also a beautiful burning candle behind me that you can get off their website, link to which as well as my social media and other helpful information will be down below in the description box for you, so make sure to check it out. And thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions left, I'm here to answer them, and make sure to stay tuned, smell good, and we'll see each other next one really soon. Bye guys.